Now on Good Morning Northwest, a battle of words over a Spokane homeless encampment on state property. The fiery back and forth between the city and the state, and what's next?
Today, it's the last day of summer. We've been reminding of you that, and we apologize. But we got some rain coming in and a new season coming on. We're going to talk about the timing on both of those in just a couple of minutes.
Windows shattered at a business on North Monroe, and it's not the first time it's been vandalized. The frustrations with crime and with the police in that area. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Good morning, and thanks so much for starting your day with us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Wednesday, September 21st. Mark is here talking about that. Oh, last day of summer. We keep talking about it.
No. First alert weather and your first alert forecast. Starting off mild, we're at 50 degrees. Again, clear sky, beautiful outside. Here are the 4 things that are going to get you up to date and going on this Wednesday. Sunny and a little breezy at times today. Winds to about 15 miles an hour. The rain moving in tonight about the time you go to bed. It's going to be wet Thursday morning, and that's going to continue through the afternoon. In fact, it should stop about the time fall arrives officially, and sunny and warmer weekend is coming on. So that 24-hour forecast has us with a clear sky throughout the midday, and then the afternoon we start to see more cloud cover, and then that rain arrives again around 10 o'clock tonight. It will stay with us overnight and through the day tomorrow with scattered showers. And then about dinner time tomorrow, it should move out. Fall arrives at 6:03 tomorrow evening. 65 as we enter into the 11 o'clock hour. Increased clouds for the afternoon. Our high today is into the mid-70s.
Well, today the Federal Reserve is set to make an announcement on raising interest rates.
It's hoping to bring down inflation, but Wall Street is worried today's announcement could go too far. Sydney Charles is live at the Now Desk with news on the policy that affects your money.
We're learning more about the Federal Reserve's new policy. Its plan is to increase a key interest rate by an expected 3/4 of a point. By making it more expensive to borrow money, the Fed hopes to stop prices on nearly everything from continuing to rise and tamp down inflation. But investors are worried the Fed could go even further today and raise rates by a full point after seeing last week's higher than expected inflation report. Experts saying a full point increase could send the markets into a tailspin.
If they do, that would be a surprise to me and to markets, to investors. Be a pretty bad day in the stock market.
There are a few signs higher interest rates are working. The housing market has weakened and construction of new homes has slowed, but prices at the grocery store are still soaring. And as we prepare for the winter, a new report warns home heating bills could be the highest in a decade, up 17% from last year. So will today's expected interest rate hike provide any relief for your wallet? Well, experts say it takes time.
As they say, monetary policy works with a long lag. So it'll take a little bit of time, but it will show up. The economy will slow.
The job market remains a bright spot in the economy. Our current unemployment rate is under 4%, although some experts believe it could jump back up to 5% by the end of the year. Next, along with the announcement on raising interest rates, the Fed will also release quarterly forecasts for inflation, the economy, and the future path of interest rates. We're expecting that forecast to come in at around 11 a.m. our time. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Well, one business owner is putting up plywood. Her windows were shattered by a vandal. This isn't the first time this store in the North Monroe Business District has been vandalized, nor is it the only business that's been vandalized on this block.
But even after reporting it to police, she and other small business owners believe nothing is going to be done.
Sad, and it's expensive, and it's discouraging.
Around 8 o'clock yesterday morning, someone threw a brick into Gina Campbell's windows. She says someone at the coffee shop across the street saw it happen. She told us she reported it to Crime Check, but isn't sure police will even respond. It's far from the first time a window has been broken at her store, 1889 Salvage Company, or even in the North Monroe Business District.
Disheartening. It does make it so people don't want to come down to our neighborhood and shop. And sometimes, I don't blame them when they see some of the stuff that I see.
These bars at King's Quality Menswear are repairs from damage that happened last year. We did reach out to the Spokane Police Department to see if there is a spike in vandalism in that area. We haven't heard back yet. The city's demand to clear Camp Hope by next month might not go as planned.
It's on state property, so the city wants the state to clear the camp. But a response from several state agencies shifts much of that blame back on the city. The letter from those state agencies to the city of Spokane says, sadly, to date, the city seems more preoccupied with blaming the state for the problem it ultimately played a hand in creating and not acknowledging its own roles and responsibilities regarding residents of its own city. Mayor Nadine Woodward says she's looking forward to meeting with the state and having a discussion about how to move forward. The state's 3-page letter details what needs to happen in order to clear Camp Hope, but it's clear both sides continue to put the blame on each other. The city claimed it's the state's responsibility to clear the camp because it's on that state-owned land. The city also gave the state a deadline to clear it, but the state's response to the city was that it needs to take responsibility here as well. The state says the first steps forward include fencing, RV removal, badging, and a curfew to address safety concerns. The mayor says this is the first time she's heard about the state's plans.
One of the concerns that I know we do have at the city as well as the neighborhood is, as people are moving out of that encampment, how are we going to make sure that more people aren't moving in? And we have the same issue months later.
The city set a deadline of next month for the state to clear the camp. The state calls that deadline irrational, saying it sets up those living in Camp Hope for failure. Mayor Woodward says the state and the city will work together on a timeline or expectation. They are set to meet sometime this week. You can read the full letter on KXLY.com. Well, police are now clearing the streets downtown and saying it will help keep your family safe. Officers can now enforce sit-and-lie rules and have more power to clear camps.
Under the new camping ordinance, the city council gave police the authority to stop camping regardless of shelter space if they think it's dangerous for that person or the public. These patrols are happening, but making meaningful change isn't easy. You will still see a lot of tents downtown. Some people told police they have a bed at a shelter, but want to stay in a tent instead. Officers are letting people know about the new shelter and the help available to them. Still, they cannot force people into a shelter or into treatment.
A lot of them are drug addicted, and they're not wanting to change that lifestyle. We'll move them from one corner to the next corner to the next corner.
Police can't be everywhere. Officers tell people to leave, and they do, but they just move to a different spot downtown. Officer Greg Thompson says he has not issued a citation yet. He's using this tool to tell people about the new Trent shelter. It's also a welfare check. Police say there is rampant drug use on the street. They want to make sure people living there are alive.
And a traffic alert to tell you about this morning. A water main break on South Freya near 21st Street may affect your morning commute. That break happened yesterday morning just east of Lincoln Heights, but the city says Freya will be closed between 22nd and Congress until about 4 o'clock this afternoon, so crews can make those repairs. There are detour signs in place, so you might just want to give yourself a little bit of extra time if you head down Freya. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:08.
If you were heading out now, you're going to need a jacket, I would think.
Yeah, 47 downtown. We've got temperatures around 50. Meade was nearing 40 degrees, and they didn't like it, so they just shut it off. Said, no, we object. We object. We're not going to report it. It is a nice start to the day. Your full forecast is coming up.
It is now a Category 4 hurricane. We are tracking Fiona as it punishes islands in the Caribbean and makes its way north.
And the daylight hours are getting shorter, which means some people may feel a little bit more anxious to go out for a walk or a run. We are live with Fleet Feet Spokane talking about an upcoming runner safety clinic.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Just Between Friends is happening this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Shop one of the largest consignment sales and get everything you need for your growing family. Unbelievable deals all at one place, only for a short time. Cash admission at the door. Go to spokane.jbfsale.com for details.
Here's the difference you'll find at Car Wash Plaza. We're the only car wash with options. Choose either the self-wand bay or our touchless system. Powerful spray nozzles deliver 800 PSI water jets. Our gantry system moves, covering your entire vehicle, the sides, the roof, and the undercarriage too. We constantly check the cleaning solutions to ensure your best wash. Car Wash Plaza. Give us a try. We think you'll agree. It's the best in the Northwest.
Bullhide Liner wants to thank Spokane for over 30 years of service. We may not be at the Interstate Fair this year, but you can still get those awesome fair discounts. Call or click today, mention KXLY ABC4, and receive your fair discounts from Bullhide Liner.
You are unique, and so are your needs. At Axis Spine Center, we offer a team of highly trained spine care specialists who work together to provide you a customized treatment plan using the most innovative advancements in spine care available. We set new standards so that you can get back to what you love. Axis Spine, the region's only comprehensive spine care center.
For over 25 years, Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been your choice for the best in floor covering for your home or business. Dream it, design it, live it. Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet, North Idaho's premier flooring store.
At Dishman Dodge Ram Chrysler Jeep, our sales team starts every day with our game faces on, excited to sell the best lineup of powerful Ram trucks at the biggest touchdown of savings in the region. And during Ram Power Days, Dishman is offering extra savings and delayed payments with incredible financing options to give you more trucks for less bucks. It's the perfect play, brought to you by the All-Star team at Dishman.
Just Between Friends is happening this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Shop one of the largest consignment sales and get everything you need for your growing family. Unbelievable deals all at one place, only for a short time. Cash admission at the door. Go to spokane.jbfsale.com for details.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
All right, welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Hurricane Fiona has escalated into a Category 4 storm today, and it's continuing its catastrophic path north.
Puerto Rico, Turks and Caicos, and the Dominican Republic all now face a prolonged recovery process. Floods and winds devastated critical water and power infrastructures. According to the National Hurricane Center, Fiona has yet to reach full strength. Now in its path, Bermuda, which is expected to hit by the end of the week.
Police say a man who shot and killed a Houston father and then left the man's 2-year-old son to die is still on the run this morning. The 38-year-old man was shot in the chest several times during a dispute at a shopping center. The shooter then drove off in that man's SUV. The car was later found with the 2-year-old dead inside. Police believe the toddler died from being left inside a hot vehicle as temperatures in that area reached the mid-90s.
The historic streak of falling gas prices is over. After sinking every day for more than 3 months, U.S. gas prices edged higher by a penny to $3.68 a gallon. That ends 98 consecutive days of falling prices at the pump, the second longest streak on record. Prices locally, well, they are still well above the national average, $4.33 in Spokane County, $4.15 in Kootenai County.
10-second takeaway on a Wednesday morning. Hey, it's going to be sunny to start. We're going to have clouds later on, breezy at times to about 15 miles an hour this morning. Light layers needed as you head out the door. You won't need them later on. 75 our high today.
Well, this is something completely different. What you just heard there was the newly released song for the Space Force called Semper Supra. It was written and composed by a former member of the U.S. Air Force and a former member of the U.S. Coast Guard. We'll see how the reviews come on social media in the coming days. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:13.
An attack on the Centennial Trail this summer was a wake-up call, and it's spurring a local business to help you stay safe. Destiny Richards is up after the break with what you will learn and how you can sign up for a free runner safety class just ahead.
Coeur d'Alene Wigs not only has a large selection of new and updated styles, we offer refurbishing and repairs on your current wig. Let Jennifer and Sandy at Coeur d'Alene Wigs help you have that great hair day every day. Appointments recommended.
Flowers are fighters. That's why the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's is full of them. Because flowers find a way to break through. Just like we will. Join the fight at alz.org/walk.
The Ronald McDonald House Charities offers families a home away from home while their children undergo medical treatment.
We offer family support, a safe, comfortable place to stay, transportation, a home-cooked meal during a difficult time in their lives, all free of charge. Together, we keep families close.
Numerica Credit Union is honored to partner with organizations like Ronald McDonald House as they work to enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at numericacu.com.
States are banning abortion with no exceptions after Roe v. Wade, including Texas, where doctors could be punished up to 5 years in prison. Tiffany Smiley endorsed the Texas law. No surprise, since she says,
I am 100% pro-life.
It would only take a single vote in Congress to make abortion a crime and punish women and doctors nationwide, even in Washington. Don't give them their chance. Oppose Tiffany Smiley before it's too late.
I'm Patty Murray, and I approve this message.
Just Between Friends is happening this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Shop one of the largest consignment sales and get everything you need for your growing family. Unbelievable deals all at one place only for a short time. Cash admission at the door. Go to spokane.jbfsale.com for details.
Enjoy the natural beauty of Coeur d'Alene with our fall stay and cruise package. Book your stay today at cdaresort.com.
This is literally my single favorite food tip of all time, and I'm like literally jumping up and down.
Day 2 of our Tip-tastic show rolls on with co-host Andrew Zimmer.
Awesome!
Next, Rachel.
Watch Rachel today at 3 and 4 News Now at 5.
Coeur d'Alene Wigs not only has a large selection of new and updated styles, we offer refurbishing and repairs on your current wig. Let Jennifer and Sandy at Coeur d'Alene Wigs help you have that great hair day every day. Appointments recommended.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
It is now 6:17. For some women, going for a run or a walk alone can be scary.
Especially when you hear about violent attacks like the one that happened on the Centennial Trail earlier this summer. And that's why Fleet Feet Spokane is hosting a runner safety clinic at its Kendall Yard store tomorrow. Desi Richards is live at Fleet Feet with what women can learn from this clinic.
Yeah, this clinic happening tomorrow here at Fleet Feet Spokane is completely free. It's open to anyone, but I think a lot of women can relate when we say that it can be anxiety inducing to go out for a walk or run alone. So that's why we're here with Officer Erin Blessing. For those just joining us, tell us a little bit about what you'll be talking about at this runner safety clinic tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow we're going to be talking about a lot of things, and I love our running and walking community, and we all want to kind of lessen some of their concerns about things that have gone on. So we're just going to be giving them some easy tips, about how to stay safe or how to stay aware on the trails and streets out there. And then Fleet Feet's going to be offering them a lot of great gear that might help them stay safe and stay visible depending on the time of day that they're out and about.
Yeah, absolutely. And tell us about just some of the basic tips that people can take away just right now watching. A big thing is situational awareness, of course. Tell us some other things.
Yeah, you just need to pay attention to what's going on out there. I know we get tired and sometimes you're just putting one foot in front of the other, but just pay attention to your surroundings, look behind you every once in a while. It always helps to run with a buddy, or if you have a dog, it's a great running companion. We have a lot of races, so you're surrounded by a lot of people, but just paying attention to what's going on and having your earbuds down a little bit lower, and if you're at night, you want to wear reflective gear and headlamps and stuff like that so people see you.
Yeah, and we have a lot of that here with us. We're going to talk about that a little later this hour. We've already seen some people running outside here in Kendall Yards this morning with some of this stuff on, so definitely important stuff to talk about coming up later. I'll send it back to you guys.
Yeah, some important tips for sure.
Yeah, and as you can see, it's not daylight yet. We still have 30 minutes?
About 20 minutes.
About 20 minutes. Yeah. Okay.
Just, man.
I know.
Days
getting dark at like 7 now, too, at night.
And the definition of dark will happen in the, in wintertime. We still have a running community out there.
Yeah.
We've seen them. And it gets dark at 4 o'clock. So, yeah, that's important to be visible. All right, so temperature-wise, breath almost visible up north. When you look at Colville at 37 degrees, Bonners Ferry, you're right there. Temperatures around 50, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and Pullman, you're at 48 degrees. We are going to see temperatures that are going to warm up today above average, 75 degrees, 72, that average high. We're going to get well below average for tomorrow. So 52 is our overnight low, but it's the rain coming in tonight that we're going to talk about. So we look at what's going on right now with a jet to the north. We have this system that's starting to move in on the Pacific, and we have this low down into Oregon that's going to start making its way towards us. As it does, we'll see increased clouds this afternoon, and then we're going to see that rain come in. So we look at the forecast radar, and this is going to come in from the, when we look at the southeast, it'll wrap around into our area. We're sort of following along I-90 about 10 o'clock tonight, and then it's going to hang out overnight into the morning hours, up to half an inch of rain potentially. The smoke forecast could then get caught up in some of those changing air currents, and we could see a little more smoke. The good news, we're going to get rain to take that smoke out of the air. Okay, that's going to happen overnight into tomorrow morning. 75 today, 78 into Coeur d'Alene. But here's tomorrow. We're going to be at 67 degrees after our 75 high. So we're going to drop by like 10 degrees tomorrow. Here is your planning forecast. Fall arrives tomorrow. We are also going to see that rain ending as it starts. And we stay in the mid-60s through Friday. Warming for the weekend, though. And dry, sunny, beautiful.
Okay, yeah, just a little blip as we start fall, and then it's pretty good.
Yeah, tomorrow morning, the impact is going to be getting to work and school with that rain, wet roads and such.
Yeah. Good to know. It is now 6:21. Mark's alma mater, the Montana State Bobcats, will be in Cheney Saturday. What the Eagles say about facing last year's national runner-up.
And Mariner starter Luis Castillo was cruising along in Oakland until this happened. What this latest loss means for the M's playoff chances, next.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Pergo Elements Wet Protect. The right kind of waterproof. Pergo Elements.
Come see us at Floor & Home. Let us help create your space.
Are you ready for winter and unexpected power outages? Talk with the experts at Country Homes Power to find the best fireplace to protect your home, even when the power goes out. Like Valor Gas Fireplaces. Visit Country Homes Power today.
It's time to jump back into the gym this week at all new fitness locations and see all the incredible new upgrades we've made to make our facilities the absolute best in the region.
And this week, to celebrate our 8-year anniversary, we're giving you one of the best special offers we've had in years, where you can join now for only $8.
Today through this Monday, if you're hunting for the best selection of sporty used trucks and 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive SUVs,
we got them, and we're pricing them right to move them out.
Which means it's the perfect time to upgrade your vehicle to a better set of wheels before the winter months arrive. Bag a truck and save a buck. Plus, this week, Cal is offering a minimum $2,000 trade-in for your old ride.
Hello, I'm Lloyd Herman. If you need legal assistance due to an accident or an injury, put my 40 years of experience of dealing with the insurance companies to work for you. You'll have an appointment to speak to me within 48 hours. Lloyd Herman & Associates, 922-6600.
Pergo Elements Wet Protect. The right kind of waterproof. Pergo Elements.
Come see us at Floor & Home. Let us help create your space.
After getting beat by 56 points just a couple of weeks ago down in Eugene, the Eastern Washington Eagles are back at it as they prepare for their first conference game of the season in a Montana State team that looks poised to return to the national championship game. So the Eagles know they're going to have their hands full on both sides of the ball on Saturday afternoon.
They've been really good for quite some time, and they've always won with defense. They've always kind of, especially the last 4 or 5 years, kind of leaned on the defense, creative in their run game because they want to establish the run and reestablish the run, and then reestablish the run again to shorten the game a little bit and play defensive football, play some knockdown, drag-out football.
Their interior D tackles are solid. They're really, really good. And then, they're a different team from last year because, I played them at Idaho. And, they're a different squad, but they'll still be, they're nobody just to, turn your head on. They're good. They're a legit defense.
This is good. Just to have this bye week and just regroup. Just come out and just be ready for Montana State and just play fast.
Now, these two teams met late last year in a back-and-forth affair that ended up going the Bobcats' way, so a bit of redemption on the line for the Eagles as they will look for the win on Saturday afternoon from Roos Field. Reporting in Cheney today, I'm Alex Crescenti for News Now Sports.
Well, the Mariners still have a 99% chance of making the playoffs, but it sure looks like they're limping towards the postseason. The M's continuing their road trip in Oakland. Seattle loads the bases in the second inning off of J.P. Spears, and Sam Haggerty draws the walk, bringing in the first run of the ball game. But that's all the offense the M's would get, and the A's take control in the fifth. Tony Kemp launches a 3-run homer over the wall and right off of Luis Castillo. That's just his 7th of the year. It's 3-1 Oakland, and they'd added the lead moments later on an RBI double from Sean Murphy. Mariners lose for the 4th time in 5 games. 4-1 is the final, but they're still 5 games up in the race for that final wild card spot. So again, don't worry too much. It's 99% chance they're getting the playoffs.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Right. Good Morning Northwest time is 6:26.
As we go to a break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7 o'clock.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive.
I never in a million years thought anything like that would happen to me.
22-year-old Alicia Franklin says she was raped by Cleotha Abston Henderson, the man now accused of kidnapping and killing Memphis jogger Eliza Fletcher. Alicia alleging Henderson attacked her almost a full year before Eliza went missing, but the DNA results were not reported until after Eliza disappeared. And this morning, she's breaking her silence.
Did they give you any explanation about why you had all these details about him and still they didn't track him down?
They said they didn't have enough evidence. They was like, this is not enough evidence to charge him for rape.
Coming up at 7 a.m., more of Alicia's story and how she believes Eliza Fletcher's murder could have been prevented. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
Hold on. You're a night manager and mom? And the bill payer, baker, and nightlight maker? That's a lot. So adding and student might feel daunting. But what if a school could be there for all of you? Career, family, finances, and mental health.
Happy birthday, buddy!
Well, it can. National University. Supporting the whole you.
So you're 45. That's the perfect age to see some old friends, explore new worlds, and to start screening for colon cancer. Yep, with colon cancer rising in adults under 50, the American Cancer Society recommends starting to screen earlier, at age 45. I'm Cologuard, a non-invasive way to screen at home on your schedule, and I find 92% of colon cancers. I'm for people 45 plus at average risk for colon cancer, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider if Cologuard is right for you.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Leave your piggy bank at home. Save your green at Jennifer's Auto Sales and Service.
For over 25 years, Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been your choice for the best in floor covering for your home or business. Flooring choices can be overwhelming. At Fairway Floor, our professional design staff simplifies the process by working with you to make your dream a reality. From remodels to new construction, let Fairway Floor help you dream it, design it, live it. Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet, North Idaho's premier flooring store. Come in and see it for yourself.
Home.
It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
Do you want to save energy this winter? Time to talk with the experts at Country Homes Power. Save on Valor gas fireplaces that distribute steady, even heat even when the power is out. Turn down your furnace and heat wisely with Valor. Shop the savings at Country Homes Power today.
Bullhide Liner wants to thank Spokane for over 30 years of service. We may not be at the Interstate Fair this year, but you can still get those awesome fair discounts. Call or click today, mention KXLY ABC4, and receive your fair discounts from Bullhide Liner.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now Story Tracker, taking a look at some of the big stories people are reading about online.
The homeless advocate group Jules Helping Hands has been ordered to remove a cooling shelter in East Central Spokane by tomorrow, or face fines for every day it's not removed. A letter from Spokane Fire Department states the shelter is an illegal temporary structure and that a fire department permit will not be issued for the tent. If the shelter is not removed by 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, Jules Helping Hands could be charged $536 a day. To read the letter from the Spokane Fire Department, find this story on KXLY.com.
United Airlines forced to cancel some flights after it turned out the airline failed to perform required safety checks on about 24 of its jets. The FAA says it's looking into why the inspections on the wings of those planes were missed.
Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Wednesday, September the 21st. Mark Peterson here with a look at your first alert forecast, which includes some rain coming in later this evening.
Yep, going to come in tonight around bedtime. We're going to see today looking pretty good. 50 degrees to start. We got a clear sky. Got a couple clouds coming in. Taking a look at the 4 things you need to know. Today's going to be better to barbecue than tomorrow. It's going to be sunny and breezy today. Rain moving in tonight. It's going to be wet Thursday morning for the morning commute and getting those kids ready for school. And then it's going to be sunny and a warmer weekend expected. 24-hour forecast. Yeah, we're going to see those clouds coming in this afternoon, but the rain is going to come right along with it, and we're going to see that come in from Idaho at about 10 o'clock, and then it's going to stay in eastern Washington and North Idaho for the evening with about a ½ an inch potential. Your forecast for today, starting off in the low 50s, we're going to be close to 70 by noon. Our high today is going to be 75 degrees.
Today, world leaders are fully reconvening in person for the United Nations General Assembly for the first time since the pandemic began.
President Biden expected to speak later this morning. The White House saying he'll deliver a powerful rebuke of Russia's war on Ukraine. Sydney Charles is live at the Now Desk with what will be discussed at today's meeting.
That's right. The White House says the president will announce funding to fight global hunger, discuss the climate crisis, and condemn Russia's war on Ukraine. Also new this morning, Russian President Putin addressing his nation and saying that Moscow will respond with all the means at their disposal if Russia's territorial integrity is threatened. He also moved to officially declare large areas of eastern and southern Ukraine part of Russia.
That both of these things are happening this week as we're at the United Nations shows his utter contempt and disdain for the United Nations.
Putin also announced a partial mobilization of Russian citizens as he tries to ramp up the size of the military for the war effort. This comes as Putin suffers heavy battlefield losses, while President Biden is expected to deliver a harsh and direct message to Putin about the war in Ukraine. Officials say he will not call for Russia's removal from the United Nations Security Council. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
This man walked away from Sacred Heart Hospital last night. Leighton Klatish is considered endangered because of disabilities, and he doesn't have his medication. If you have any information on his current location, contact the Spokane Police Department, or you can call Crime Check at this number, 509-456-2233.
Every classroom in the Central Valley School District is now equipped with Stop the Bleed kits in case of an emergency, thanks to Multicare Valley Hospital. Experts say someone who's severely bleeding can bleed to death in as little as 5 minutes, but the average EMS response time is about 8 minutes.
Bleeding is the leading cause of preventable death and injury, and so if we can teach people how to stop bleeding, we can save lives.
Ready? Yep. Each kit includes things like gauze rolls, ace wraps, trauma shears, and gloves.
Police will be at a Maryland county's schools today in response to a suspicious package found near a school. 2 people were arrested in connection with that package. Baltimore County Police say Pine Grove Middle School was evacuated. A hazardous device team has destroyed that package. Nobody was hurt. One of the people arrested was found near the school. Another was found in a nearby shopping center.
Food supplies around the world are going to stay tight after what's being described as a disappointing harvest across America. Persistent drought and the high summer temperatures getting much of the blame. Worldwide food production had already been cut by the war in Ukraine.
The U.S. Justice Department is calling former President Donald Trump's efforts to raise questions about the classification status of documents seized at Mar-a-Lago a red herring. In a new submission with an appeals court, the DOJ is asking to intervene in a dispute over the documents being marked as classified, pointing to Trump's recent dealings with the Mar-a-Lago search special master. Prosecutors say even if Trump could show he declassified the records before leaving office, there would be no justification for restricting the government's use of evidence at the center of an ongoing criminal investigation.
A New York City woman suffered only a cut lip after this. A boom from a construction crane crushed her car. Danielle Cruz says she knew that boom was heading her way after it took out a traffic light. A firefighter told her if she'd stopped just 3 inches forward, she'd now be dead.
Incredible.
Really is. Good Morning Northwest time is just about 6:36 now.
Mark is back and with some good news.
Yeah, we're starting off with good air quality. We're going to see those winds bring in a little bit of smoke later on today, but then the rain that's coming in tonight is going to take that out of the air. That's the other part of the good news. We're going to have a full check of your forecast coming up.
And another significant whale beaching in southern Australia. How 2 incidents like this are connected coming up.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
It's time to elevate your finances. Introducing Ascend Checking, the new free checking account from P1FCU that pays you dividends. Earn 1.45% APY on balances up to $15,000. Plus, get online and mobile banking and mobile deposit with no minimum balance requirements. Level up your finances with Ascend Checking. To open your account, visit p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938.
Listen up! Everything we've worked for has led to this moment. Training is over. It's time to be efficient, like the Kubota Grand L Series. It is time to grind, like the LX Series, which is packed with extras. It's time to be tough, like the rugged BX Series. So let's get out there and plow, fight, and win!
Get exactly what you want. Wendell Ford is ready to help you find that vehicle you've been wanting to buy. Built for you. F-150, Bronco, Bronco Sport, Explorer, Mach-E, and Maverick. Here's how it works. Make a list of options you want. Wendell will work with you on financing to fit your budget. And then we will order the vehicle of your dreams or select from current inventory. Get exactly what you want. Built for you. Wendell Ford at the Y. Drive for generations.
I was in my car with my daughter actually driving, and we were sitting at a stoplight, and I hear this loud screeching sound and then just a bang. My medical bills were close to $500,000. It was a lot of work. It was stressful. The stress alone of just keep getting those bills. This is past due. This is past due.
Albrecht Law has seen what happens when someone doesn't have a lawyer.
The whole team was amazing. I just felt comfortable knowing they were taking care of it.
You've got questions? Get your answers from Albrecht Law.
This is not a table. This is craftsmanship. This is where you start the day and where secrets are shared. This is a business lunch and a corner office. This is a cocktail party and a fundraiser. Remembering when you were kids. This is sustainable Appalachian oak. This is the best meal in years because it's not just a table, it's Benchmade.
Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Welcome back. Courts might end up deciding the latest dispute over migrants in the U.S. Some Republican governors have been sending them to more liberal jurisdictions, prompting a lawsuit and a criminal investigation. Amy Kiley has the reaction.
I am very glad that the sheriff chose to open an investigation.
Legal action is brewing over efforts to ship migrants north. Governors in these states have been sending them to areas they call sanctuaries. The president's home state of Delaware got word Florida Governor Ron DeSantis may send migrants there.
Do you have any comment or response to that, sir?
He should come visit. We have a beautiful shoreline.
A sheriff in San Antonio, Texas, is investigating 2 flights that originated there. DeSantis took credit for flying nearly 50 migrants to Martha's Vineyard in coastal Massachusetts.
It's up to the authorities on the ground there to figure out what did and didn't happen.
Most of those migrants are part of a class action lawsuit against Florida officials. It alleges organizers used fraudulent tactics to get the migrants on the planes. In a response last night, DeSantis argued participation was voluntary. Some Republicans say ending the Trump administration's Remain in Mexico policy has led to overcrowding.
The facilities along that border in South Texas or even in Arizona and California, they are overwhelmed.
But some Democrats say the governors are using desperate people as political pawns.
This is just disgusting. I think if there are state laws or federal laws that have been broken, that needs to be investigated.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Breaking news this morning, about 230 whales have been stranded on Tasmania's west coast just days after 14 sperm whales were found beached on an island off the southeastern coast. This pod appears to be pilot whales, and half of them are still alive, according to the Tasmania Department of Natural Resources and Environment. A marine conservation team is headed to the area. The animals in the latest beaching are all believed to be part of the same pod. The pilot whale is notorious for stranding in mass numbers, but the reason for this is not entirely understood.
10-second takeaway on a Wednesday morning. Real easy. It's going to be sun to clouds day. Breezy at times, winds to 15 miles an hour. So light layers heading out, coming home. Yeah, you're going to have increased clouds. 75 our high today.
Around the Northwest, parks are entering their fall season, and you can kick off the start of fall later this week by visiting a Washington State park this Saturday. It is National Public Lands Day, so you won't need to use or buy a Discovery Pass to visit state parks during the day.
And it's going to be a beautiful day to use that. It is now 6:41.
All right, Destiny is live with some runner safety tips.
That's right. Fleet Feet Spokane has a runner safety clinic happening here tomorrow. And coming up, we'll talk a little bit about some of the safety gear that you can browse at the store while you're learning those safety tips.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
For all your residential and commercial painting needs, Everhard Painting has you covered. Everhard Painting's a family-owned business that has taken care of the Inland Northwest for over 50 years. Schedule a free estimate today.
BECU was created for communities like Spokane because we get what it means to be a Spokanite. We're locals who look out for our neighbors and strive to do what's right for our members. With convenient neighborhood financial centers, free ATMs, and 24/7 mobile banking, we can do what's right for you too. So join us at BECU.
The Inland Empire 6. 6 local Honda dealerships dedicated to putting your Keister in a Honda. And your Keister will thank you for it because it'll be riding in comfort, style, and America's most fuel-efficient full-line automaker. And that can save your Keister at the gas pumps. Not to mention every Honda is packed with high-tech safety features that keep all your little Keisters safe and happy. See your local Honda dealer today. Honda gets the Inland Northwest.
'Twas the night before the Fall Harvest Festival, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The pumpkins were placed by the entrance with care, in hopes that fall fun soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of friendly family farm fun danced in their heads. When what in their wandering dreams should appear but winding pathways of corn and all the memories so dear. Through piles of pumpkins to the top of Tire Mountain, getting lost in the corn maze, then all aboard a cow train. Off to make memories as families they flew. Adventure awaited, all in their crew. As jack-o'-lanterns lit up the sky oh so bright, with a message of happy Halloween to all, and to all a good night.
For all your residential and commercial painting needs, Everhard Painting has you covered. Everhard Painting's a family-owned business that has taken care of the Inland Northwest for over 50 years. Schedule a free estimate today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. With the days getting shorter, going out for a walk or a run alone can be dangerous when it's dark.
It can also be anxiety-inducing for women. And Fleet Feet in Spokane is hosting a runner's safety clinic tomorrow where you can learn how to stay safe. Destiny Richards is live with some running safety tips and some useful gear.
Yeah, at this runner safety clinic, you can browse some of the gear here at Fleet Feet Spokane, including some flashing gear here that'll help you be seen when you're out running. And then we're also going to talk about some handheld safety gear here like mace and a siren as well. So we are here with Nicole with Fleet Feet Spokane. I'll turn this back to the red lights here so you don't blind people. Yeah, tell us a little bit about just some of this gear that you can have on a pack like this to keep with you when you're running.
Absolutely. So the pack itself is reflective, which makes it really nice, and it's got lots of pockets. One of the things runners might want to carry is a pepper spray, specifically for running. It has a little elastic thing, so you could carry it on your hand if you don't want to carry a vest. Officer Blessing is going to show us a little bit about how to use that safely and properly tonight in the clinic. But if that kind of thing makes you nervous, we also have something called a ripcord siren. This is really easy to use. You would just clip it low away from your ears because it's really loud, about 120 decibels, and you just pull this little cord and it makes a really loud, really intense sound that either alerts people that you need help or can sometimes scare off dogs or people that may be
make you a little
intent on causing you harm.
And I love that you have all these things here for people to browse, and you've got the vest on, which keeps you hands-free, of course, if you have your phones with you. You also have some gear that keeps like music just playing here instead of like in your ears. So lots of things here that Officer Aaron Blessing will be talking about as well. So thanks for having us here. You can go to our website, kxly.com, for more information. You can come by Fleet Feet Spokane ahead of the clinic tomorrow. Just a bunch of good information that's going to be shared at tomorrow's clinic at 5:30. I'll send it back to you guys.
Good stuff, Destiny. Thank you very, very much.
And finally, we see the sun has decided to come out this morning, maybe about 15 minutes ago-ish.
Yeah, and gracing us for this last full day of summer.
Yes. It really has me feeling kind of sad.
It happened so quickly.
It really
Remember we were talking about that wet spring? Will summer ever get here?
Right.
It got here and then it now is leaving. All right, let's take a look at our morning temperatures. Cool up north, temperatures into the upper 30s. Into Colville, you got 37, up into Bonners Ferry, and just above freezing in Winthrop. So now we're seeing, for those who still have things in the garden, your overnight lows in some of those areas are going to start getting cold enough. You got to be ready. 50 into Spokane, 51 into Coeur d'Alene. Forecast for today, temperatures in the mid-70s. That's going to be an above average temperature. It's going to be nice. Clouds move in, and we're going to see rain coming in tonight about 10 p.m. Overnight, about a ½ inch expected with showers tomorrow. And so sustained rain is going to be in the overnight hours for a wet commute. We look at the western satellite, and we've got this system coming ashore off the Pacific. We've got this low that's here. That's going to continue to then start to kick into high gear coming into our area again later on this afternoon, this evening. But then this system is going to push it into Montana for tomorrow afternoon. So we look at the forecast radar. Now, we've got it here. It's going to move quickly. It's going to come up. And this is saying, you know, the noon hour, we could see just a few scattered showers the afternoon with more sustained rain into the Rockies. That continues to kick out, and we're going to set up for what will be a beautiful weekend. We look at a closer view of that when we look at the forecast. And it's going to be this afternoon we see the clouds, but this evening we see the clouds with that moisture added to it. And again, 9, 10 o'clock, we're going to see that chance of rain increase, and it's going to stick around all night long. Today, 75, 77 into Pullman, 79 St. Mary's, 78 into Coeur d'Alene. Very nice. Near 80 into Ritzville, and low 80s for Moses Lake. But look at tomorrow. Grand Coulee still at 81, Ritzville at 76, but we are into the mid-60s, and we will noticeably feel that. There is no doubt about it. So our planning forecast today, gorgeous. Tomorrow, fall arrives again into the evening at 6:03 p.m. That's about the time that we're going to see that rain move out of our area completely. Friday, 66 with clouds. Then the weekend, it's going to be mostly sunny, 70 on Saturday, Sunday, 77. Early morning soccer, early morning activities on the cool side, temperatures in the mid to upper 40s. So impacts tomorrow morning, the commute and the walk to school. Sports over the weekend in the early morning hours going to be cold.
Yeah.
Good to know. Mark, thank you much. It's now just about 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint is coming up next.
Thanks so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Walker's Furniture.
This Saturday is your last chance to score cash and Hawks tickets at Chewelah Casino. Play your favorite games to earn entries. You have one more chance to win your share of up to $21,000 cash. And do Hawks home game tickets at Lumen Field in Seattle. Drawings start at 6 p.m. Cash winners will be drawn every 30 minutes. One grand prize winner will be drawn at 9 p.m. to win cash and Hawks home game tickets. Learn more at ChewelahCasino.com.
Just Between Friends is happening this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Shop one of the largest consignment sales and get everything you need for your growing family. Unbelievable deals all at one place, only for a short time. Cash admission at the door. Go to Spokane.jbfsale.com for details.
4 News Now welcomes Kirsten O'Connor. You expect more from local news. Important information that makes a difference to you. Kirsten O'Connor delivers. And that's what we mean when we say, expect more. Get to know Kirsten weeknights on 4 News Now.
At Dishman Dodge Ram Chrysler Jeep, our sales team starts every day with our game faces on, excited to sell the best lineup of powerful Ram trucks at the biggest touchdown of savings in the region. And during Ram Power Days, Dishman is offering extra savings and delayed payments with incredible financing options to give you more trucks for less bucks. It's the perfect play, brought to you by the All-Star team at Dishman.
Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning is your family-owned and operated HVAC expert. Bill's can beat any licensed contractor's price with the lowest price guarantee in the area. 24-hour service available every day and $59 service calls. Bill's reminds you with the cold weather approaching, it's a good idea to change your air filters monthly. Perform annual maintenance on your equipment to maximize performance and use a smart thermostat to increase savings. Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning has the lowest price guarantee. Call today for estimates and repairs.
You are unique, and so are your needs. At Axis Spine Center, we offer a team of highly trained spine care specialists who work together to provide you a customized treatment plan using the most innovative advancements in spine care available. We set new standards so that you can get back to what you love. Axis Spine, the region's only comprehensive spine care center.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is now 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday in the morning sprint.
Destiny Richards is live with tips on how to stay safe on your next run.
Sydney Charles with an announcement from the Federal Reserve on raising interest rates.
But first, it's the last full day of summer. Wish it was the first. Let's get to Mark now with that first alert forecast.
Oh, yes. Wishing. All right. First alert weather and our first alert forecast. We are going to see a continuation of mild weather this morning. We're going to be increasing clouds this afternoon, starting off around 50, 24-hour forecast. We are not going to see the thick cloud cover until about dinner time, and then around time to go to bed, about 9, 10 o'clock, we're going to see the rain, and that's going to continue through the early morning hours. Again, our high today is going to be 75 with increasing clouds.
Well, the windows of a North Monroe business shattered by a vandal.
Sad, and it's expensive, and it's discouraging.
Yesterday morning, someone threw a brick into Gina Campbell's windows at 1889 Salvage Company. Campbell says someone at the coffee shop across the street saw it happen. She told us she reported it to Crime Check, but she's not sure police will even respond. This is far from the first time a window has been broken at 1889 or even in the North Monroe Business District.
The city's demand to clear Camp Hope by next month might not go as planned. It is on state property, so the city wants the state to clear the camp. But state agencies addressed the city of Spokane in a letter. That letter shifts much of the blame back on the city. The city also gave the state a deadline of next month for the state to clear the camp, but the state calls the deadline irrational. The mayor's office says the state and city will work together on a timeline for or expectations. You can read the full letter on KXLY.com.
Spokane police officers can now enforce sit-and-lie rules and have more power to clear camps. Under the city's new camping ordinance, police have the authority to stop camping regardless of shelter space if they think it's dangerous for the person or the public. These patrols are happening, but making meaningful change is not easy. Some people told police they know they have a bed at a shelter, but would rather stay in a tent instead. Officers are letting people know about the new Trent shelter and the help that's available to them.
And today, the Federal Reserve is set to make an announcement on raising interest rates. Its plan is to increase a key interest rate by an expected 3/4 of a point. By making it more expensive to borrow money, the Fed hopes to stop prices from rising and tamp down inflation. But investors are worried the Fed could go even further today and raise rates by a full point after seeing last week's higher than expected inflation report. Experts saying a full point increase could send the markets into a tailspin.
And a traffic alert to tell you about this morning. A water main break on South Freya near 21st Street may affect your morning drive. The break happened yesterday morning just east of Lincoln Heights, but the city says Freya will be closed between 22nd and Congress until about 4 o'clock this afternoon, so crews can make repairs. There are detour signs in place, so you might want to give yourself some extra time.
Every classroom in the Central Valley School District is now equipped with Stop the Bleed kits thanks to Multicare Valley Hospital. Experts say someone who's severely bleeding can bleed to death in as little as 5 minutes, but the average EMS response time is about 8 minutes. Each kit includes things like gauze rolls, ACE wraps, trauma shears, and gloves.
This man walked away from Sacred Heart Hospital last night. Leighton Kladish is considered in danger because of disabilities, and he doesn't have his medication. If you have any information on where he is, call the Spokane Police Department, or you can call Crime Check at this number, 509-456-2233.
We've been live this morning at Fleet Feet Spokane and Kendall Yards talking about an upcoming runner safety clinic happening tomorrow at 5:30. You can come here, get some running safety tips from Officer Erin Blessing. She's with Spokane Police Department and a runner herself. She shares things like being aware of your surroundings and having special gear so that you can run hands-free and be aware of your surroundings. You can also shop here at Fleet Feet Spokane for that gear. For more information, you can go to our website, KXLY.com.
Well, the historic streak of falling gas prices is over. After sinking every day for more than 3 months, U.S. gas prices edge higher by a penny to $3.68 a gallon. Prices locally, though, are still well above the national average. It's $4.33 in Spokane County and $4.15 in Kootenai County.
Hurricane Fiona has escalated into a Category 4 storm today and is continuing its catastrophic path north. Puerto Rico, Turks and Caicos, and the Dominican Republic all now face a prolonged recovery process. now in its path Bermuda, which it is expected to hit by the end of the week.
A New York City woman suffered just a cut lip after a boom from a construction crane crushed her car. A firefighter told Danielle Cruz if she stopped just 3 inches forward, she'd be dead. Weather now.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
I met Anidas 10 years ago. He didn't have bad credit, but he just had no credit to begin with. I took the time to really go over some options with him. Fast forward 10 years down the road, he's got his business account with Numerica. He's looking to buy a second home also with Numerica.
Biden and the Democrats printed trillions we don't have. The D.C. way. They spend, we pay. Gas and groceries are crushing family budgets. Kathy McMorris Rogers says, no way. Kathy's fighting every day to cut spending and get American energy back online. Lowering gas prices and securing energy independence from Russia and China. Fighting to hold Biden accountable. Kathy McMorris Rogers, our voice.
I'm Kathy McMorris Rogers, and I approve this message.
There are a lot of ways to deal with a stubborn drain. Call us at Mainstream Plumbing. Our high-definition LED camera can go where no plumber's gone before, deep inside your sewer lines to find the root of the problem. Call 866-411-ZAP.
Good morning, everybody. The sun is up. We have blue sky, just a few clouds out there, but we are going to see more clouds throughout the day. Temperature's going to warm up nicely. 75 this is the final full day of summer. As we look at what we can expect tomorrow, it's going to be tonight, the rain showers starting. Tomorrow morning rain, that'll be that impactful part of the day for the morning commute and getting to work and school. And then the afternoon, just scattered showers. 66 on Friday, and then the weekend looks glorious. That's a fall weekend, by the way, with temperatures inching to around 80 for Monday and Tuesday.
I can't believe we haven't heard Mark give the reminder that those kids that take their sweatshirts to school, make sure you bring them home.
That's standard. We'll see you throughout GMA. Starts now.